What if the legends you heard as a kid were based on something real? Let's be honest, we all know someone who swears their uncle saw something. Today, we're diving into 7 more creatures that have haunted stories for generations. Some hiding in the depths of dark lakes, others spotted high in remote mountain ranges. This is part 2 of our series on mysterious beings, and trust me, it only gets weirder from here. The first creature we will uncover is the boogeyman. He is the terror of the night, lurking in closets and under beds, waiting silently until a child is left alone. The boogeyman is not one fixed being, but a shape born from the fear of darkness and the unknown. His image shifts from story to story. Some describe him as a faceless shadow with long arms, while others picture a gaunt figure with warped skin and glowing eyes. What matters is that dread strikes long before he ever steps near. His legend reaches back to old European tales. Parents once warned of him to keep children obedient and safe indoors after dark. Nearly every culture has its own version. In Spain, he is called Elokko, in Germany, Durart, and in Arabic traditions, Abu Kirker. He hides in dim corners, closets, attics, under the bed, places where imagination fills in what the eye cannot see. That is what makes him a universal nightmare. He takes shape in every mind, never quite the same. Today, the boogeyman shows up in horror movies, games, and countless stories. He has grown into a symbol of fear itself, irrational, hidden deep inside, waiting where reason fades. But does he truly exist? There is no evidence, but evidence isn't the point. The moment you feel that pull to check the dark corner of your room, you'll remember why parents still whisper his name. But shadows in the corner aren't the only things to fear. Number 6 is one of the most intriguing sea monsters on this list, Elrand Maha. This enormous creature only started making the rounds online in recent years, but it's already become the subject of endless theories and viral stories. Based on eyewitness descriptions and digital artwork, Elrand Maha is said to stretch nearly 2,200 feet in length. Its head is massive, lined with rows of sharp teeth, and features 6 small white eyes positioned along each side. It's believed to dwell far beneath the Arctic Ocean, hiding in the coldest, blackest waters on Earth. The first murmurs about it began when strange underwater noises were picked up in the Arctic. Some chalked it up to shifting ice, but others were convinced the sounds came from something much more mysterious. One widely shared tale describes a deep-sea crew capturing footage of a huge shadow drifting past their submersible camera. So, is Elrand Maha real? No hard evidence confirms it, but between our natural fear of deep water, unexplained sounds, and blurry shapes in the dark, it's no wonder this beast has become one of the most chilling and convincing creatures to emerge from the internet. If deep-sea monsters creep you out, wait till you meet the one playing violin by the lake. Up next is the Knockin, a mysterious figure rooted in Scandinavian legend. This elusive spirit is said to dwell in lakes, rivers, and other freshwater spots. In most tales, he appears as an attractive man, often seen playing a violin. The music he creates is haunting and irresistible, drawing people closer to the water's edge. But don't be deceived. Other versions of the legend say he can shift into a monstrous creature, or even take the form of a horse, all to lure unsuspecting victims beneath the surface. Some stories describe him as nearly see-through, with glowing eyes that pierce through the fog. Others claim he's a slippery, seaweed-covered entity crawling out of the water. Written references to Knockin date as far back as the Middle Ages, though the folklore likely stretches much further into the past. He's especially well known in the mythology of Norway, Sweden, and Iceland. Traditionally, people believed you could ward him off by tossing a blade or a coin into the water. One of the most chilling tales tells of a young girl who heard violin music near a lake. She followed the sound and spotted a man playing on the shore. She was captivated and never returned. So, is the Knockin real? Probably not. Most see him as a reminder of the hidden dangers in calm waters. Still, up in those misty northern woods, someone might still be playing that eerie melody. Next up, a creature that ruled both the skies and the land. Let's talk about the griffin. This legendary beast is known for its striking combination, a lion's body, paired with the head and wings of an eagle. It's one of the oldest mythological creatures found across multiple civilizations. By merging the lion's raw strength with the eagle's commanding presence, the griffin became a powerful emblem of authority and protection. In traditional stories, the griffin often serves as a guardian, watching over sacred objects, priceless treasures, or ancient relics. It represents represents the union of two animals seen as royalty in their realms, the lion as king of the land and the eagle ruling the skies. The griffin's earliest appearances trace back to ancient Egyptian mythology, where its image was carved into temple walls and used in religious structures as far back as the 3rd millennium BC. Later, the creature featured prominently in both Greek and Roman stories, where it symbolized protection and was believed to guard tombs, temples, and valuable items. In modern pop culture, griffins still show up in fantasy films and animated shows. One example is its placement on the Hogwarts crest in the Harry Potter series. While there's no scientific proof that griffins ever walked the earth, the idea likely came from people blending the features of real animals, eagles and lions, into one symbolic creature. To the cultures that created it, the griffin wasn't just a monster. It stood for courage, wisdom, and protection, from mythic guardians to snowy giants. This one's been leaving footprints in the highest mountains for over a century. At number 3, we have the Yeti, also known as the abominable snowman. Picture this, a massive figure, nearly 8 feet tall, cloaked in thick gray or white fur. Most accounts say it resembles a giant ape, but stands and walks upright like a human. It's said to roam the Himalayan mountains, particularly in the regions of Nepal and Tibet. The Yeti first grabbed attention in the West back in 1921, when a British team climbing Mount Everest reported finding enormous footprints, shaped like human feet, but far too big to be real. Ever since, travelers, climbers, and even locals have come forward with stories of sightings. One of the most well-known incidents happened in 1951, when mountaineer Eric Shipton snapped a photo of strange tracks on the Menlung Glacier. That image spread quickly, at least as quickly as a photo could in those days. Most scientists remain doubtful. Many believe the prints were left by bears, and that the tales are simply fueled by fear, folklore, and a little imagination. Still, here's what makes it strange. Over the years, dozens of people from different places have described the same creature in nearly the same way. Is that just a coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe the Yeti is still up there, waiting in the snow, just beyond reach. This next creature? Not exactly man's best friend. The Cerberus. Think giant dog, but not your regular kind. This monstrous hound has 3 heads, each one massive, and according to old legends, its breath could scorch the earth, and its bark was said to rumble like thunder. Cerberus is a figure from ancient Greek mythology, first showing up in writings from the 8th century BC, including works by Homer and Hesiod. His job? Guarding the gates of the underworld, making sure no souls ever slipped out of Hades. This wasn't just any guard dog, it was the personal, 3-headed enforcer of the god of the dead. But Cerberus hasn't stayed trapped in the past. In 2003, in the town of Lignano, Italy, several residents claimed they saw a strange, multi-headed animal near an old set of catacombs. They described it as moving in a way that didn't seem natural, fast, smooth, and eerily quiet. To this day, they stand by what they saw, convinced it wasn't something ordinary. So, could Cerberus be real? Probably not. Not in the terrifying form passed down through ancient stories. But the natural world can be bizarre. 2-headed creatures exist, thanks to rare mutations and biological oddities. So who knows? Maybe there's still something strange lurking far below the surface. And finally, we head to Scotland, where one shadowy shape beneath the water sparked a mystery the world still hasn't solved: the Loch Ness Monster. You've probably heard tales about a strange being said to live in Loch Ness, a deep lake in the Scottish Highlands. Over the decades, there have been countless reports of unusual sightings, and the creature behind them is affectionately known as Nessie. One of the most common features in descriptions is its massive size. According to many eyewitnesses, the creature is said to be around 10 meters long, with a dark, leathery hide and a long neck, something between a reptile and a prehistoric dinosaur. Some have described its head as being similar to a crocodile or snake, and there are even accounts that mention flippers beneath the surface. The first written reference to the Loch Ness Monster goes all the way back to the year 565, when an Irish monk named Saint Columba reportedly saw a huge beast in the river that flows into the loch. But the story really took off in 1933, when a famous photo was taken on the lake, known as the surgeon's photo. It quickly became one of the most debated images of all time. Although it was later revealed to be faked, it didn't stop the public's obsession with Nessie. Even after multiple scientific expeditions and sonar scans, the mystery of the Loch Ness Monster remains. Is it real? That's still up for debate. But one thing's certain: this legend continues to capture imaginations, drawing in curious minds and thrill seekers from all over the world. And that's a wrap. We've just taken a look at 7 mythical creatures that have fascinated people for generations. Let me know in the comments which one you think think might actually be real. And don't forget to pass this video along to your friends. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. It seriously helps the channel and keeps me going with more videos like this. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, make sure to check it out. Catch you in the next one.